Hello, Breadwild here. All I'm going to do today, at least on the video, is program my FMGC, only because I've gotten some email from folks saying they're having issues with discontinuities. So I thought I would just try planning a flight here. This comes from my friend Edward, and he's had some issues between Pittsburgh and Atlanta, so I just thought I would try it and just see what happens. So we'll find out. So I've got the APU running, and I have fueled up the aircraft. If I have time today, I might just go ahead and do a flight. Alright, so I'm saving my cruise altitude, going over to my fuel panel, and it is now populated just by clicking the R1. Now over to my flight plan, and I'm going to be flying out of Pittsburgh, and my departure. So I've got a flight plan here from FlightAware, and it has me, and I don't know if this doesn't look like it's a SID because it would have a number on the end. It looks like it's just a waypoint. But then going into Atlanta, I've got a dirty 3. So I'm not sure what airport or runway he's using. We could try the arrival airport here. And we've got winds out of 300. Now let's see if there's a runway that's proper. Yeah, any one of these will do. And I have a feeling that because I didn't see any other SIDs, it's probably one of those one SID to rule them all. So I'm going to go ahead and punch that in. Now there's no transition, it looks like. So I've got yellow all the way across the top, and I need to click on flight plan. And notice this is all yellow, this is red. I have to insert it, it turns it green, and immediately I have a discontinuity. Well, I'm going to ignore that for right now. I'm going to go over to Atlanta, and let's see what our arrival airport is. It's showing 270. So let's see if there's a runway that they might be using. Yep. Let's just select this one. And then I said dirty 3, didn't I? And I don't have a transition. It looks like ODF might be my transition. There's 2 of them here, which is usually some sort of clue. But I don't see hints anywhere on my set of waypoints. So I'm going to click no via and see if, no, I don't have anything in the way of a transition. I thought I would see Oscar Delta, oh my gosh, Foxtrot, whoops, but I don't see that anywhere. So I'm going to go with no transition and go over to my flight plan and insert it. Oh, here's ODF. Interesting. So I've got several waypoints before ODF, but I'm going to get rid of my discontinuity. Whoops, wrong one, sorry. click the clear button, then the right or the left button just next to the discontinuity, and then I want to insert that. I want everything nice and green. So now I've got a series of waypoints that I need to put in. But notice here I've got it's populated the waypoints for my star. So I just need to put in ones for the departure. So I've got Alpha, Hotel, Tango, India, Yankee. I'll just click that here. And I've got another discontinuity. I'm going to go ahead and clear that because I don't trust it. And click Insert. So now I've got one waypoint in there. And now I have Bravo, Uniform, Romeo, Golf, Sierra. And I'll go ahead. What happens if I just try inserting that? I still have that discontinuity. Let's see what happens. Because otherwise it's just a lot of extra clicks. So now another waypoint here. Romeo, Alpha, November, Delta, Echo. And I'll just insert that. The only thing I have not tried is not inserting it, but I don't know if I'm brave enough. So a VOR, Hotel Victor, Quebec. Then I've got Congo, which is Kilo, whoops, Kilo, Oscar, November, Golf, Oscar. And then after that I've got one more. Hotel, Lima, Romeo, Romeo, Yankee. Insert, click clear, insert, and now I've got all my waypoints in there. Let's see, Falcon, Dirty Harry, Dirty Harry, I get it. Don't see BAM. Not sure what we're going to be doing. Oh, there's Haints. Interesting. So, depending on the runway, it's going to possibly plot a different set of points. We can just check that out by stepping through. Oops. Now let me flip this over to plan. And go back to the beginning. There we go. So taking off, I'm watching my ND now. And there's our first waypoint. This has got to be a VOR. They take a second to show up. Congo. Another one. VOR. And that must be the beginning of my star. So that all looks copacetic. Of course, the blue line would be our go around. So I think, oh, let me just finish the programming of this thing. Back to the beginning. can go over to performance, V speeds. I want to note this one, 152 plus 20, which would be 172, and that's what I'm going to set for my speed on my FCU. Thrust reduction seems kind of high, doesn't it? Flaps, we're probably going to go with 2, which is pretty standard stuff for me. And let's go with F44 for our flex speed. Can't forget our cruise altitude. Let's go with flight 350. And just make sure that everything is copacetic with our flight plan, and you can see all the altitudes have been put in properly. Alright, this time I'm going to program the FMGC using the abbreviated flight plan, which is 4 waypoints, one of which is a VOR, and then we've got a jet route, and then a VOR, a star, on into Atlanta. And I'm going to use the same exact runways. So anyway, here's the startup screen. Didn't see that in the previous section of the video, but I'm using the latest cycle from Navigraph. So over to init, and again we're going from Pittsburgh down to Atlanta. And again, I've got power to the aircraft, and the ADARUs are cranking up. I'm going to try to use the same data as I did before. There we go. 2 clicks that time, probably because I didn't refuel. There was enough refueling from the first go around. Over to our flight plan. Pittsburgh departure, I think it was 28 center. And I'm going to try it without the SID this time, and no transition. So all I've got in here is a runway. So I'm going to put in my 4 waypoints. So bear with me while I do that. This time I'm going to try it without inserting it each time and see what happens. I don't know what the worst could happen, but worst is that could happen, but might even be faster this way, looks like. We'll see. And finally our VOR. I'll insert that. I want to start my route now. So where it clicks Airways here, or it says Airways, you click there, and then I'm going to be on the J145. And I'm flying that to Oscar Delta Foxtrot. Now you'll notice it put in all of the waypoints that I had to put in manually before. I'll just insert that, go over to Atlanta, and let's do our approach. And I can't remember which one I did. Is there a center? No. Oh well, we'll go with that one. And then our star was 33. And I don't see that on here, so I'm not going to put it in. And our transition was not there, so no transition. Add it to my flight plan, insert it. Now interestingly, I don't see any discontinuities. So I guess the next thing that we should check is our step through our route. I should set a key to do that, shouldn't I? There we go. And let's see what we have here. All of this looks pretty copacetic. Sorry to use that word so much. And right on into our runway. Now it's interesting as I look at this that we don't see our runway. We don't have any of the conditional waypoints here. So, two different ways of programming it. I think using the abbreviated one was a little bit easier, save some typing. So let's call it not a tie. I guess this would be the winner. And, well, especially considering the fact that we didn't have any discontinuities here, where in the first one we did. So, two ways to program the same route on the A320 FMGC. Hopefully this was helpful.